Okay, so today I'm going to do a really quick sketch of a Lake Como, which is one of my favorite places on earth. And this sketch is based on the wedding illustrations that I've done some time ago for a wedding invitation. So I'm just going to quickly sketch with my pen some foreground, like a lake shore with some trees, and then we will have some mountains at the back and a lake obviously in the middle. So I'm just going to mark my foreground here. There are some trees at the foreground. I'm not sure how these trees are called in English, but in Russian they're called kiparis. So I'm assuming they will be something similar to that. And then there are some other trees that are a little bit different, and I'm not sure how they are called, but they are very typical to the area. They got such a wide crowns. And they're kind of framing the view of the lake. So I'm just mapping out all my greenery at the foreground. And then this tree frame here as well. Some more of those trees. And then some more familiar looking ones at both at one side here. Okay, so now I'm going to mark up the end of the lake, the horizon line somewhere, and then we have some mountains at the back. Okay, I think that's about as much as I'm going to do with my pen. Now I am going to start from the background. Really nice light blue sky. Light blue. Quite diluted wash. And when it dries it becomes even lighter, but that's what That's what I want here. Then moving forward, I'm just going to be adding a little greens and grays for the mountain at the back. It's almost in the mist at the background, so I don't want it to be too different from the sky, but still I want it to just stand out just enough. Some greenery at the bottom of that mountain, and I might put in a little bit of a brown stretch of the shore on that side, just to separate it from the lake. And now I'm just going to do a nice deep blue lake. I'll put here some color on my tree, but that's okay. Doesn't matter that much. So I want a really uniform wash here. Maybe a little bit lighter there at the back, but otherwise quite uniform. Just a still lake. And now I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do my trees, starting from the lighter, warmer colors, and then eventually adding some cooler shadows. But at the moment, just those greens with a little bit of yellow ochre. Roughly same, but a little bit lighter here on these guys. There are so many different greens, and it's really nice to differentiate them. We don't want everything looking the same. And then those trees that I call kiparis, they are much cooler. So I'm just gonna go with the cool colors straight away. but just not too dark, so that I could add some shadows later. These trees, they also got some sort of greenery at the bottom as well. Okay, and now I'm going to go and do my foreground. Again, it's sort of greenish color, but I'm trying to differentiate it as much as I can just by adding some yellow ochre in places and maybe a little bit of cooler tones somewhere. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mix a darker color, cooler color for my shadows, and just sort of emulating the color, the texture of the leaves. I'm just going to add some shadows, mainly at the bottom where the sun can't get to them. So these ones, they are more like a shape of a sort of a bit of a flat shape, but still they're gonna have shadows there as well. And this little guy here. And now I need to turn to my Kiparis trees here. They're gonna be quite a cool color. And just add it here. So now what I'm going to do while I'm waiting for this to dry, because I might want to add a little bit more of a shadow to shadows, I'm going to go ahead and do some tree trunks, trying to be careful and not smudge everything that I got going on there. I kind of over painted a little bit my trees here, so I need to sort of rescue them back. With a little bit of cooler brown there as well. These little guys here. Okay, and now I want to go and separate a little bit the this front bit from the one behind, so I'm just going to add a little bit of a darker greenery there. Some more greenery on the foreground just to bring it a little bit forward. And I think I want to add a little bit of a shadow there under the mountain at the back. And fill in some of the gaps that I missed here. Okay, so I think I'm almost done. I might go back and add a little bit more of a darker bits here once everything is dry, but other than that I think that's it.